Enough said. Okay, Silver Chupacabra here. Chupa, Silver Chupa, Jeff. Those are my aliases. Well, the Jeff is actually my actual first name. Anyway, as you can see, nickel hunt is about to commence. I can't wait to get going on it. As you can see, collection-wise, we're getting down. This is the primary collection. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Pretty darn cool. I mean, first off, we got lots of shinies kind of kicking it up all the way to the low 1950s there. A few holes left now. 7 left, especially after the last one where we got a couple of the 38s, which were amazing. As you can see, 1950, 1950D. You know, who knows if 50D will ever commence. But, you know, I see a few people getting 1950s out of Philly from time to time. I don't even know what I would say if I had a 1950 stare me in the face and I was just about to check the reverse. Anyway, as you can see, I've got a couple more of the silvers to get, the 43D and the 44S. We've got that one more or less probably going to grading. We'll see how that does. And then we've got basically the rest of the key dates, 38S, 39D, and 39S. So it's going to get tough. This is where I start expecting more filling in the secondary collection book than I'm going to get here. But I'm always open to you-know-what. Shinies that we'll level up a little bit in some of these nickels to make some better examples. Buffalo nickels, that would be awesome. Getting more Silver War nickels is always a treat. And always the mysterious and unexpected V nickel, and yeah. I won't mention shield nickels. That's not going to happen. If a shield nickel popped out, can you imagine the father of the child that accidentally put that into their change, his reaction to that? That would be interesting. Anyway, there's our box. It is an open hole on the bottom, so we're going to take a look at the bottom first. And then we'll take a look at the top side to see if we've got any enders that are potentials. Okay, so here's the hamster breathing apparatus here. This would be actually an excellent transport for the small rodents in your life. Plenty of breathing area, but they won't get out, that's for sure. Anyway, these are always kind of pretty tough to look through. I'm actually seeing quite a few of the newer Jefferson heads in there. Yeah, I'm seeing a few of the kind of older ones. That one actually looks like it's got a little bit of age to it. Let's say this one does too. Definitely looking for something more in the Buffalo realm. That will be a little bit easier kind of to spot on doing it this way. But anyway, you know, it's definitely circulated, which is what we're looking for. Let's take a look at the top. Okay, as you can see, this is box 18, and you should also notice that there's one missing here already. I'll have to straighten that up. I'll bring this down here a little bit. So the question is, why is there one missing? Well, if you've noticed by Batman, there's been a nickel roll there for the past few videos. When I dispose of these boxes, in other words, put them back into the bank, My bank requires me to roll them back up. And when I'm a little short, I dig into the next box and grab, well, nickels that definitely are not going to be useful in a nickel hunt anyway. So, anyway, I had to take one of the rolls out a few days ago so that I could turn one of the boxes in so that it would be a full box of nickels. So once in a while that does happen. So actually, that'll be the first nickel roll there, and I can already actually tell you I believe there's a 1958 in there. So there's already a find. Anyway, let's look at the top enders here and see if we've got anything that's worth checking out. Oh my God, there's a buffalo there. There's a little bit of a problem there. That's the 2005 buffalo on the back part there. Sorry. The buffalo will be much bigger, or not much bigger, but a little bit bigger than that anyway. Interesting, maybe interesting. Not kind of because of the red on it, but they look a little bit elderly at least. You can see a few of the New Jefferson heads. That one actually might have the buffalo. And then remember, the 2005 is supposedly has a speared bison. I guess it's called a bison more than it is a buffalo. Variety, which I think is more myth than fact. I don't know how many of those I've come across. I mean, just the bison. I'm not finding anything close to a die break or die crack through the buffalo torso. It doesn't mean they're not true, but I'm just saying, well, when I find one, I'll believe it maybe a little bit more. But anyway, you can see new ones. I see ones from, you're kind of looking at 80s there, maybe 90s. Anytime you see hair this detailed on a Jefferson, it's one of the newer ones. Anyway, potential's there. We'll have to start opening up. Remember, the inside's the more important part because that's what we haven't seen. Let's get it going. Okay, so as I already mentioned, first roll. Already taken it out. Here's the rest of that roll. And there is the 1958. You want to guess the mint mark is a D? Oh no, it is. 1958 out of Denver. It's a good start. Might bring you back in. We'll see how it goes. Okay, on to roll 2. Just unrolled the coins. Could say unrolled the roll. It just sounds kind of weird to say that. But as you can see here, this one is closer to the ender. It's got a very nice tone to it. Question is, does that mean anything? Well, we're looking at the back, and I don't see anything back there that indicates war nickel. In fact, I don't see anything back there that indicates this is actually old. Oh, that hairstyle's not going to get it to the old phase, although, does that really say 72? Wow, I'm surprised that's a 72. I didn't think his hair would be that stylized on that year. Anyway, that was another game of success or fail, and it's a failure. I'll check the rest of the roll out, though. We'll see if we get anything. Okay. As you can see, still the same roll. Spread it out like I usually do. See if we have any kind of hiders there. And that one was popping out clear as mud. It's a 1942. I do not believe this is a Civil War nickel. Doesn't have hair on it, for heaven's sakes. Decent detail. I'm going to say it's probably just a regular nickel of that transitional year. And that's exactly what it is. Can't quite tell if that is a mint mark down there or just a scratch. I believe it's just a scratch. So, looks like we've got a 1942 out of Philadelphia. Yeah, as you can see, and I actually did see some potentials in this one, so I might be coming back on this roll, but if I do find something, I'll be bringing you back. Okay, fourth roll is up to bat, and I'm not bringing you guys in for anything old, but okay, I have not found a 2009 in any form, at least for 3 or 4 boxes. I am still looking, by the way, for a 2009 out of Philly. That is the one thing that's missing all the way down to 1950D till now, 2023. But the thing is, I haven't even seen these. So this is an oddity in itself, even though they made plenty of them. Anyway, I thought I'd note that. By the way, for those of you who are wondering about the 1942 Type 1, or in other words, the non-silver, I did check it out for the 2 DDOs that exist for that, and it was they're not there, but the thing is, the lettering is so worn, it probably wouldn't even be able to see the DDO in it anyway. So anyway, I thought I'd point that out. Let's go on. Okay, roll 5 of the hunt. And as I was going through the layout here, I noticed some beads on the perimeter of a coin. Look at there. This might be the 3rd box in a row I've had at least one Canadian nickel. Ah, there's the beaver. Once again, ticking off all Canadians with my horrible accent. Anyway, 1991 out of Canada. I love finding these things. I'd like to find some older ones, though. I will bring you back if I find anything else in this roll. You're into roll 6. Just laid it out. Went through it with my magnifying glass. First thing I noticed was right there, 1956. Actually, decent shape. Will it have a mint mark? It only has one chance for it. And there it is, out of Denver. Now, not the only thing available there. I've got a possibility right here. Usually I move this coin out a little bit because this was showing them going, wow, that's got lots of potential. We know it's a Denver. Hey, could it be the 50D? Jeff, sometimes you just make me laugh. Probably more of the 64, but we're going to play the slow release game. There's 19. Oh, it's a 40. It's not a 50, by the way. And it is a 49. Cool. 1949 out of Denver. So already 2 finds in this roll, and we have not checked them all out yet. So hopefully something else is hiding in there. I'll be back if I do find something. Okay, roll 9 is up. And just laid out the coins. I believe we have a couple of games that is a success or fail here. You can see the D mint mark on the reverse. A lot of times this is just going to turn out to be a 1964. But there are plenty of other ones that could be much older. Let's go ahead and slow roll it. See if that works for us. It does not. 64, boom. Check for that for the RPM. Then down the ways here, I spied this one here. It looks like it has age to it, but we'll find out here. Will it be one success and one fail, or two failures? Wah, wah, wah. Cue the prices right. Loser music on that. At least it has a dement mark that I can check for an RPM. Well, hopefully there's a success in this roll. I'll come back if we do find one. Okay, roll 11 has been laid out. There are some interesting ones in here, but I'll have to go through the regular process on that. For a minute, I thought that was going to be another 38, but I do believe that is a 5 there, not a 3. The 3 on the Jefferson is so stylized, at least the early ones are, that it's really hard to tell the difference. But anyway, that is a 58. And what kind of mark do we have? Well, there's only one mark that could have. It is a Denver. I do have the rest of this roll to look through. I will bring you back if I find something. Hey, Batman says it's roll 12. I just laid out this roll. Something definitely caught my eye here. I'm not sure what the heck is going on here. You can see it as well as I do. I'll pull it out. What the heck? Oh, man. Yeah, I think that might just be where. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Let's actually turn this over and see if this has actually got a date to it that's worthy of all that wear. 64. Of course it's a 1964, and it didn't even have a D on it. I would love to know the story behind that. Interesting oddity. I will bring you back if any of this has maybe a little bit more interest. I don't know if you can beat that. Okay, we are on roll 17. Yeah, 17. 1993. Yep. Just making sure my count there. Just stretched out the roll there. And our oldest Jefferson to date, at least in this box, has come up. 1941. Not horrible condition. Not in the best of conditions. Let's say that. Do we have a mint mark? We do not. 1941 out of Philadelphia. While we are at it, we are going to play another game of success or fail. There we got one. I got a D in the back there, so obviously we have something that's at least 1964 or older. Positive vibes. We'll slow roll this, even though we know it's probably going to be a 64 anyway. Whoa, 55. Nice. Yeah, they sometimes come out like it is. Man, if that last 5 was a 0, man, I'd be hooping and hollering at this point. Great find, 1955 out of Denver. I do have the rest of the roll to go through. I'll come back and let you know if we find anything. Okay, Batman says we are on to roll 19. Or 18, excuse me. Man, I don't know what's my problem with these number pieces here. I'd already set the roll out, as you can see. Did get to this one. Man, this thing looks like it's been in a fight. I'm not even sure what the extra piece is there, because that should not be there. I do see a D on the end. So we'll do a little success fail here. Last one was a success, by the way. Yikes. Man. I wonder which nickel won that fight. This one's actually almost deformed too. It doesn't even look like it's circular. Well, is it just a 64 that's gone awry? We're gonna find out. 64! Winner! Winner! In other words, fail. That's all right. We'll get to check out the RPM for that. We do have a whole lot of nickels to go through. Bring it back if I find anything. Roll 22, and we have a find that's a repeater. Fact of the matter is, I found another one, which I did not bother to record. I wasn't going to even record this, to be honest, but it is another find. This is the fourth 58 out of Denver. Cool. Well, got a little bit left in this. Bring you back. Next find we have. Okay, roll 23 is not laid out yet. It's still in the roll. Batman's perilously about to fall there. I might have to move him. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing it to the roll before I've actually spread it out, you can see the reason. I in no way think this is going to be anything. This thing is the blackest coin I've ever seen. Very, very interesting. Yeah, let's go this way first. Oh, it's even better here, this way. I did not see him at Mark. No way, no how is that ever going to be a war nickel. In fact, we'll be lucky. I'm just going to make a bet it's 90s. Let's see if I am true to form here. Oh, I blew it. It's what, a 1983 or 5, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like a 3. I'm not really that interested in it, but man, I'm not sure if somebody baked that or what. Cool. Well, might see you here in a little bit. All right, same roll, 23. Looks like this one got half burnt. Somebody's roasting nickels by the open fire. Anyway, we've got one of these D nickels again. You never know. You know, really, would the fates of all that is holy give me 64s in a row? Or 2 fails in a row, I should say. Well, let's find out together. Moving the camera would be nice. Uh-oh. There it is, 64. Quite a few to look for varieties there, at least. I'll bring you back in if I find another 64. I mean, something of value and oldness. So, still playing around with roll 23. Yep, that's where we're at. Hey, an actual decent find. Cool. 52. I remember that year well. Oh, wait a minute. I wouldn't be born for 11 more years. Anyway, do we have a D or an S mint mark, or is it out of Philly? It is a Philadelphia, 1952. I still have a little bit to look through. Will we come back to roll 23 again? Roll 26. Actually started into the roll. And this kind of popped up. Looks like it's a 1957. He bets that this is going to be a D for Denver. Oh, wow. Nice. 1957 Philadelphia. Don't get too many of those being in the Denver metro area. Cool beans. I'll let you back in if we find another find. Okay, roll 37. Yes. The back part of this box is kind of a little bit dried out, but as we're going through it here, you got the roll laid out there. did come across this nice one, 1940s, the oldest Jefferson we have found so far. Does it come with a mint mark, or is it Philly? It will be a Philly. It's actually in pretty good shape. Might be an upgrader. We'll have to see. I still have a few ones to check out. Come back if I find something. Okay, our honor roll 38, and we do have another find. I just started looking through my singles here. And we've got a very discolored orangey 1954. There we go. Read that a little bit better. Let's check out the back. These could have a D or an S, or just could be plain. I do believe that is an S. San Francisco. Nice. 1954. Still have a little bit to look through. Bring you back if I find something. 43rd roll of this box. I did lay it out and started going through it. And we got a 1941. That would be out of Philadelphia. That would be the second one out of Philly for us. That was the 14th find of Jefferson find in the book, because we did find that Canadian coin earlier on. Still have some coins to check. We'll come bring it back if I find anything. We are on roll 45. And spread out the coins, and as I was kicking through there, looks like we got actually a really nice 56 detail-wise. Sorry about that shadow there. Definitely is a 56. Well, that 5 looks a little bit like a 3, but since there was never a 1936 Jefferson, I think we're good to go on the it's not a 36. Oh, wow, plain. I did find a 56 earlier with the Denver mint mark, and I think was it 54 was the last one that had an S, at least on the back. So I think we've got all the 56s, and that is a nice one, to be honest. Even a few steps. And of course, they're torn apart there on the bottom. Sorry about that shadow. I do have a little more to look through. Come back if we find anything. Okay, so we are on roll 50. I kind of already laid it out. And I've been checking around here, and actually we've got a couple of finds. I think we're up to now 19 finds. Just real quick, you can see some of them up there. These are something else that I'm holding them for. What do we got? 6 1958 out of Denver's. And I have not shown you all of them. It's after a while. How many 1958 out of Denver's do you really want to see? We do have this one here. That is a 1946. And that is out of Philadelphia. No mint mark on there. And then we had another one here. Let me quickly find that. Was it that one? Yep, 1956. And we've had a couple of 1956s today. Little track marks there. A ring of death here on the back. That'll be Philadelphia as well. Definitely cannot have any problems with the amount of nickels, good nickel finds we found on this box. I will bring you back if we find anything else. Okay, so that is the end of this box. There is a total of 19 finds in front of us. There's actually a few 58s I've got there, which I'll go over here in a little bit, but I thought about doing another box for this hunt, but 19 is about average. I would say 20, getting 20 fines in a box is kind of an average thing. And I'm going to kind of stick with it and not get, even though there wasn't anything sexy, so to speak, with any of the fines on this. I'm going to try, am trying to keep these to one box on. So anyway, let's get to the summary and we'll see if there's any fillers for the collection. Okay, so before going through the quick summary, I'm going to do a quick little check. I went through some of the older ones here for Varieties and Mint Mark stuff. This is a 58D. Besides lots of, by the way, machine doubling on this thing, which is pretty darn cool on America. That might be the inverted D. I do not know. I got some pictures. I need closer pictures, to be honest. So if any of you out there would like to comment on this, it's just the weird looking shit going on there with the mint mark on top and on the left side there. So feel free to comment in the comment section. Let's go to the summary. Okay, so here are the list of coins that I found. Forgot to get Mr. Canada down there. I had found 19 total, basically, so there's actually a couple missing. But let's go ahead and start at the oldest. It seems to have been a Philadelphia box, by the way, too, other than the 58Ds. 1940, Philadelphia. 1941, twice Philadelphia. A Type 1, 1942, meaning no silver in there. Philadelphia. 1946, Philadelphia. We've got a 1949 out of Denver. We've got a 1952 Philadelphia. 1954 out of San Francisco. I always love getting those S mint marks. I can't remember if I showed that one. That was 52 there. 56s. We got 4 of them. Two Philadelphias and 2 Denvers. There was a 19. That's a 1956. I must have had a 57. Must be hiding underneath there, which it is. Sorry about that. 57 out of Philadelphia. Actually, I don't think that's true. No, it is. Like I said, this is a Philadelphia box on this one. That actually might... that might be my penny collection. I won't say anything about that yet. And then just a plethora of 58 out of Denver. In fact, I think what I've decided going in, and even though I didn't get any 59 out of Denver, is I might show you one of the 59s, 58s, 57s, but I think I'm going to start having 56 as kind of like a cutoff. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the collections. Shouldn't really take too long. I don't think we have anything to change in the primary. In fact, I know we don't have anything to change in the primary, so we'll just go right to the secondary and see if there's anything that's got to fill a hole. Okay, on to the collection books. I know I was just going to I wasn't going to do anything with the primary because there's nothing going in there, and that's going to start happening when you have less holes. But just real quickly, I'm still looking for the 50s. There is no 50S. I've got 2 steel cents. Thank you. Silver quarters. They're not even cents. See if Jeff can get it together here. I've got 2 Silver War nickels I still need to get for the collection. And then 38S, 3890, and 39S. So I do have one whole filler for the secondary. To get rid of this. That is going to be the 52 out of Philadelphia. So cool. And I did update just on one up here, the 42 out of Philly. This one, and I just put in, there's not necessarily a big difference here, but if you can see with the light here, there is a big old scratch going right down his sideburns or side hairline there. So I decided to pop that in there. And you know what happens to that? Because with 48 million of those out there, it's not really worth keeping. They're going to go into a roll, and some lucky kid, hopefully, or adult, is going to get a roll and a big old whopping bunch of old coins in that roll. So anyway, that is it for this nickel hunt. We will be looking at pennies next off, probably by the end of the weekend. Sunday, I'll have a vid out for that. I wanted to get this one out today, Friday. But anyway, we are done. I hope you enjoyed it. I know there wasn't any sexiness in this. There were no different types, no Buffalo nickels, no V nickels. There were no Silver War nickels. There were no key dates. There were no hole fillers other than in the secondary collection. So anyway, have a great week or weekend, kind of depending on when you watch this. I hope you're back next time. See you later. Cheers to you.